It's a Tuesday night. You're lying in bed. The room is dark. The phone is face down. And you're still awake. Not because you're scrolling. Not because you're watching something. You're just thinking. Replaying that conversation from 3 days ago. Second-guessing what you said. Wondering what would have happened if you'd done it differently. And somewhere between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m., you realize you haven't moved in over an hour. Just you and your thoughts. Going in circles, getting nowhere. Here's what nobody tells you about that. Overthinking isn't a bad habit. It isn't laziness, and it isn't a character flaw. It's a signal, and once you understand what it's actually telling you, everything changes. We've been told the solution to overthinking is simple. Just stop. Think positive. Be present. And if you've ever tried that, you already know how useless that advice is. Because here's the truth. Your brain isn't overthinking because something is wrong with you. It's overthinking because it learned to. At some point in your life, staying in your head felt safer than acting in the world. Maybe a decision went badly. Maybe you were blindsided by something you didn't see coming. Maybe you got hurt when you trusted your gut and it turned out to be wrong. So your brain made a deal with itself. Next time, think longer, think harder, think again. And that deal, the one your brain made to protect you, is the same deal that's keeping you up tonight. You're not broken. You're just running a program that's outlived its purpose. But neuroscience actually shows. When you overthink, your brain activates a network called the default mode network, the DMN. It's the part of your brain that runs when you're not focused on anything external. It handles self-reflection, memory, and future planning. In healthy doses, it's brilliant. It's where your best ideas come from. But when it's stuck in a loop, when you can't redirect it, it starts processing the same unresolved thoughts on repeat. Not because it enjoys it, because it's looking for something it hasn't found yet. Closure, certainty, safety. And here's the cruel part. The more you replay the thought, the more emotionally charged it becomes. Your brain starts treating an old memory or a future fear like it's happening right now. That's not a weakness. That's your nervous system doing exactly what it was built to do. The problem isn't your brain. The problem is that it never got the signal that it's safe to stop. So why does your brain get stuck? There are 4 patterns I see over and over, and most people are caught in at least 2 of them. The first one, fear of being wrong. This one runs deep. If you grew up in an environment where mistakes had real consequences, emotional, social, or otherwise, your brain learned to slow down before every decision. Not to think, better to avoid being wrong. The overthinking isn't about the decision in front of you. It's about every time a past decision cost you something. The second one, unfinished emotional business. Your brain doesn't forget unresolved situations. Psychologists call it the Zeigarnik effect. The mind fixates on incomplete things, an argument that never got resolved, an apology that never came, a door that closed without explanation. Your thoughts keep returning there because your brain is still waiting for an ending that never arrived. The third one, perfectionism used as armor. Here's the turning point most people miss. Perfectionism isn't about high standards, it's about protection. If you never fully commit to a decision, you can never fully fail at it. The overthinking keeps you in the planning stage, where it still feels like things could go right, and never forces you into the reality of finding out. Your brain prefers uncertainty over disappointment, so it keeps thinking instead of deciding. The fourth one, a nervous system that never fully learned it's safe. This one is the quietest, and often the most powerful. If you grew up in an unpredictable environment, emotionally, physically, financially, your nervous system learned to stay alert, to scan for problems before they arrived. Vigilance was intelligent once. It kept you safe, but now in a different life, it doesn't know how to turn off. So it creates problems to solve, even when there aren't any. Even at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday. That's not anxiety, that's adaptation. If even one of those hit close to home, stay with me, because what I'm about to share isn't another mindfulness hack. It's not just breathe, it's the actual psychological shift that changes how your brain processes this. Here's what most people get wrong about overthinking. They try to stop the thoughts. They try to distract themselves. They try to silence the noise. But your brain isn't overthinking because it has too many thoughts. It's overthinking because it never received a signal that it's okay to stop. Remember what we said? Your brain is looking for closure, certainty, safety. So the way out isn't silence, it's resolution. And resolution doesn't require a perfect answer, it requires any answer. Research by psychologist Ari Kruglansky found that the need for cognitive closure, the brain's desire to have a clear answer, is one of the most powerful drivers of human thought. When that need goes unmet, the mind keeps searching. So here's the actual tool. Make a decision, any decision, and commit to it as an experiment, not a verdict. Tell your brain, I'm going with option A, not because it's perfect, because I'm choosing it, and I can adjust later if I need to. That small shift from I need the right answer to I'm choosing and moving sends your nervous system a signal it's been waiting for. It tells the default mode network, we can stop now. This one's resolved. It won't feel dramatic. It'll feel almost too simple. But that's what your brain actually needed. Not more thinking, just permission to stop. Your overthinking mind isn't weak. It's a mind that has cared deeply about getting things right. A mind that has survived things it didn't have a roadmap for by doing the only thing it knew, thinking harder, longer, more carefully. That's not a flaw. But you don't need that armor anymore, not in the same way. The thoughts that loop at 2 a.m. aren't warnings. They're a mind that's ready to rest and just doesn't know it's allowed to yet. Give it a decision. Give it something to land on, and watch how quiet it gets. You're not stuck in your head because you're broken. You're in your head because you're human, and now you know the way out. If this made something click, I want to know which part hit hardest. Drop it in the comments. Was it the perfectionism, the unfinished business, or something else? And if you want more honest, no BS breakdowns of the mind, subscribe. This is just the beginning.